His train crashed into a freezing river, but he survived and claimed that he was the luckiest man in the world. The next year, he was in a plane crash and 19 people died, but he managed to land in a haystack.
Gang, if I get in a train crash one year and then a plane crash the next year, I'm staying the home, bro. This got caught, bro. I'm staying home forever, bro.
Later, he was in a bus crash,
Gang, stay
a car
home.
explosion, and 3 more serious accidents.
Bro, stay your ass home, bro.
Where have you been?
We've done ZacK films before and like that. Basically, you see a whole bunch of crazy. That's the best way to really describe it at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie. So if you're watching this on the Twitch Blue Rock in the description, let's go ahead and see what we got, bro. Let's see what we got today on ZacK, bro. Huh? Okay, that's an interesting one for sure. What the do you mean they injected women's urine into frogs?
The woman's pee was injected into the rabbit. Then they cut it open. If its ovaries had grown, then that meant the woman was pregnant. You see, the urine contained a special hormone, and this would trigger another hormone inside the animal, making the ovaries grow. But the only way to check was to kill the rabbit, and this got expensive.
Why is this the first one that gotta go ahead and see, bro? Is we being so serious right now? Is we being dead, bro? Say you swear to God, bro.
So they found a frog that reacted to the same hormone. After injection, if it laid eggs, that meant the woman was pregnant. And this test was incredibly accurate, meaning hospitals kept live frogs on hand until modern tests replaced them.
I don't know about all that, gang. I don't know about W methods, man. I guess, bro. I just don't know why we had to start on that one, bro. I guess that's my only thing. I just don't know why we had to start on that one, bro. That was a very interesting one, but I mean, you know, we gotta learn about it. This brain injury turned him into a genius.
The equipment fell into the crowd and hit a man on his head. A few days later, he couldn't speak or read. To help heal his brain, doctors suggested art therapy. And even though he had never painted before, he was suddenly obsessed. Soon, he was painting 20 hours a day, making hundreds of surreal artworks. He quickly became a world-famous artist. You see, the brain usually blocks overly detailed information, but the injury actually disabled this block, allowing him—
What the f, bro? Got reverse sped? You need this to be smarter. So should I just drop something on my head, bro, in order for this to happen? Like you would just be getting skills like those, bro?
To see incredible detail and making him a genius painter.
W brain damage. What's the success rate on this though? Like it just seemed like bro got very lucky with this. What is the success rate that this is actually gonna work? That I could drop this on my head, bro, and this is gonna work foolproof? 6.7? All right, man. I don't know why I tried to really ask you.
Massive nuke was lowered down the shaft before concrete was poured on top. You see, I
think I heard about this.
3 years earlier, a gas well had erupted into flames, and a fireball over 400 feet high burned constantly. Engineers tried to put it out with water, but it did nothing, and installing a lid only forced the gas out in other places. Finally, they sent down a nuclear bomb, and when it detonated, the massive blast compressed the earth around the well. This closed up the pipe, finally putting an end to the fire.
I feel like that could have gone really, really, really bad though, right? I guess he knew how strong the nuke was. Otherwise, he wouldn't have put it down there, bro. But yo, imagine the motherfucker who accidentally set the nuke off before he fully dropped it down. Like that would have been GG's for a lot of people. I could just tell the earth won't spin back for those. No funnies.
If you never trim your nails, they'll grow 1/8 of an inch every month. And as they grow, they can start curling and twisting as the tissue underneath your nails grows thicker. This can lead to painful ingrown nails as they cut into your skin. But the nails that don't become ingrown get weaker the longer they grow. And some will break, leaving sharp edges that can cause cuts. Dirt and bacteria will collect underneath them, which could lead to fungal infections and bad smells.
Can you imagine how much a motherfucker must stink with these long extraterrestrial nails, bro? Did he still do that where it shows the world records of the years and shit? Those went crazy at scholastics. But that lady who has them long ass nails, bro, and for the world record, bro, she She probably stink. I ain't gonna hold.
Eventually,
Yeah, they
your
do.
nails would grow so long that you would hardly be able to use your hands.
How do you dig in your own ass? That's why I be saying, like, when some women get they nails like this, bro, they be getting they long. I'm like, yo, how do y'all dig in your own ass, gang? How you wipe your ass and shit, bro? Like, how y'all, but just say that they have methods in it. I forget how women say they do it. I don't know if they said they did the fold method or they did the scoop, you know, say they do those. I don't know, gang. Why you trying to figure out? Because I mean, it's, you know, it's. Let's go to the next one, bro.
If a stork tried to carry a baby, it wouldn't even lift it an inch. That's because storks can only carry about half a pound, nowhere near the weight of a newborn. Even if 6 more storks joined in, they might barely lift it, but they would never be able to fly away. For a single stork to carry a baby, it would need a wingspan of over 20 feet, the size of a small plane.
Okay, that's actually wild. Did you ever have the birds and bees conversation? Because I never had that conversation, bro. Like, my 5th grade health teacher told us all we need to know, bro. Before I was in 5th grade and they gave us that little conversation, bro, I thought that women had meats. I thought that women's had shaboing boings and it just fell off, because the thing is, before then, you know, I seen some beforehand, but I was just like, oh, it probably just falls off when they get older, bro. That's exactly what I was thinking. Are you dumb, gang? I was, what was I in 5th grade? 10, 9? You know? You feel me? Like, my brother got it because he got caught watching corn. Well, I got caught technically watching corn on the family laptop because I didn't know about clearing your history. And then my cousin snitched and it was like, yo, somebody looking at this, and then I just blame my brother, bro, because I wasn't taking it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. To this day, he don't know, but it wasn't gonna be me, bro. Family laptops it saved. Again, I think I was like 9, bro. I think I was like 9, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Family laptop, yeah, it was like a laptop that everybody used this like that. And then, you know, on Google, when you search it, it has the little purple text saying exactly what you search if you don't clear it. So it was like 2 hot grills kissing. The like yoga video, like it was like some shit like those, bro. But you know, it's just a canon event. Tell your brother the truth right now. He must never know. Sup, tube? What's up, man? Oh, that don't hit like that. Yo, what's up, guy? Hey, bro, hey, bro, just come to Twitch Blue Ride right here. Follow up. We're about to hit 200K. Please follow up and stuff like that. Come to the stream. If you don't watch streams, I didn't ask. Come to the streams and stuff like that. And then there's a gaming channel and a live channel. Come follow the live channel too. And then yeah, you can get back to your video and stuff like that. But just go ahead and do that, and it's in the link down below. And yeah, go ahead and do that.
As you start reading the book, you realize it's your own life story. Every moment is written exactly as it happened.
Your closet, my bad,
your
bro.
childhood, your regrets, even what you had for lunch last week. And finally, you read all the way to the moment you opened the book. You know the next page will reveal your future, but once you read it, you can't change what happens next. No free will and no surprises, just your fate fully revealed. Would you keep reading to find out your future?
Nah, gang. This is like the question where it's like, would you want to find out when you would die or how you would die? Gang, don't let me find out how I'm gonna die. Because let it be say, oh yeah, you're gonna die to an umbrella. Bro, I'm gonna be avoiding all types of umbrella, bro. I'm gonna be paranoid for the rest of my life, bro. How? Because I can prevent it. Bro, what if it says you die from asphyxiation or something? Or you die from air, bro? What do you mean I die from air? Like, again, because they don't get detailed. It's not gonna be like, oh, you died from air at this moment, at this moment, at this moment. You're just finding out how. So imagine it says you died from water bottles, or some weird like that, bro. And now you gotta avoid water bottles for the rest of your life, bro. And anytime you're in the grocery store, you motherfucker just looking around paranoid as bro. Or death by goon. You die from an STD. I feel like that's pretty like simple to avoid though. Like if it's death by STD, you just gotta like, you know. Type.
Rocket would travel along a sled at hypersonic speeds, and after 2 miles, the track would curve sharply up a mountainside. Once the rocket reached the top, its main engine would kick in, launching it into the air. The rocket could carry over 100 passengers into orbit, then land back on Earth in one piece. But it would cost over $1 billion to build and need a mountain over 1/2 mile high, meaning it was never made.
That's actually insane.
Torpedo was hidden in the
The what?
A torpedo
Oh, okay.
Was hidden in the corpse's armpit as they were buried. And when a grave robber opened the coffin, it would trigger a tripwire inside. This released a firing pin, and as the gunpowder ignited, the explosion blasted metal balls Thief's face. This would kill them instantly, and it acted as a warning to others. Leave the dead in peace.
That story heard about the who spun back on bro after like 25 years, or was it 45 years? They low-key need to bring this back, bro. If you're grave robbing, you gotta be one of the most down bad individuals of all times, bro. They low-key need to bring this back. That would be fire, bro. That would be fire. Good methods. I'll with this.
Tobacco is packed inside.
If you still smoking tobacco, bro, you are, I don't know, you're cooked, gang. Cigarettes in general is just wild, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Foil is placed over the bowl and holes are poked in. Then a burning coal is laid on top. When you inhale, the heat from the coal is pulled through the tobacco, creating smoke. This smoke travels through water at the bottom, cooling it down before it reaches your lungs. Now, some people think the water filters out the toxins, making it healthier than cigarettes. But because the bowl is so big, it's about the equivalent of smoking 100 cigarettes.
That's that shit with smoking. A lot of people think that because they're not directly doing cigarettes, bro, then it's not like wild. Or y'all motherfuckers that vape. Y'all motherfuckers that vape, they be thinking that y'all is just good, bro. Y'all motherfuckers not gonna be living very long, unfortunately. It's just on that tight timing. I'm not gonna hold you.
Bullet struck him directly in the chest, knocking him off his feet. Laying on his back, he waited for the pain, but he felt nothing. You see, he just happened to have a couple of coins in his chest pocket, and when the bullet hit him, it slammed into them. The force bent them inward, and the bullet wedged itself deep inside, holding the coins tightly together. And this absorbed the bullet's force, stopping it from piercing his body and saving his life.
This is the first real life with plot armor. After that, I'm retiring, living amongst the land, changing my name to Esther Baguido, whatever I gotta do, bro. It's just gonna be on that tight timing.
The giant mirror would catch sunlight and focus the rays into a powerful beam. This would be aimed at cities and would ignite buildings and boil bodies of water. Nazi scientists—
Hey! Woo! Hey. Come on! Like, bro, we can't be doing those, bro. Bro, that caught me so off guard, bro.
If you cut a chocolate bar into these 3 pieces and rearrange them, you magically gain an extra block. And if you do this over and over, you'll get an extra piece every time.
This fat science, bro. This what motherfuckers like will do though, bro. Is to eat motherfuckers extra food.
Now, you might think you just created an infinite chocolate loop, but each time you move the pieces, you're actually making a small gap. The angle makes it look like they're the same size as before, but the missing chocolate is actually the same size as the extra piece, meaning eventually you will run out.
Gang, trying to play Tetris with the chocolate. You know how gargantuan you have to be doing this, bro? You actually have to be extremely like large to even test this theory out, bro. Like, just eat the chocolate. It's patched. The DLC dropped like a decade ago, bro. You can stop, bro.
His train crashed into a freezing river, but he survived and claimed that he was the luckiest man in the world. The next year, he was in a plane crash and 19 people died, but he managed to land in a haystack.
Gang, if I get in a train crash one year and then a plane crash the next year, I'm staying the home, bro. This got blocked, bro. I'm staying home forever, bro. Y'all not gonna see me outside my house. And nobody can tell me different. Oh, you don't gotta be scared of. I'm in a plane and a train crash. Come on, motherfuckers is tweaking, bro. Niggas is tweaked the fuck out. He landed on a haystack? Yeah, stop going out your house, bro.
Surviving again. Later, he was in a bus crash,
Dang, stay
a car
home.
explosion, and 3 more serious accidents. And after surviving disaster after disaster, he ended up buying a lottery ticket and winning.
No, bro. Yo, stay. Why you got titty? Yo, bro, stay your ass home, bro. Stay your ass home, bro. No fucking way. His real name is Frano Salak. This kid has the most plot armor of all time. Hold on, run this one back. Run this one back. Bro.
His train crashed into a freezing river.
Bro got time patrol on his side, man. That's the only way. Like, they dead must be going like into the goddamn past and saving him out of every situation.
But he survived and claimed that he was the luckiest man in
He died
the
in
world.
2016 and he died in peak years. Yeah, he was just lucky.
Next year, he was in a plane crash and 19 people died, but he managed to land in a haystack, surviving again. Later, he was in a bus crash, a car explosion, and 3 more serious accidents. And after surviving disaster after disaster, he ended up buying a lottery ticket and winning.
Nah, I wouldn't go out for a while, bro. Then he missed double XL. He's spam mangoes in the chat in 3 minutes, GG.
A drop would fall, hitting the prisoner's forehead. Then another falls, and another. Now at first,
I'll handle this personally.
it's just annoying, but the prisoner is strapped down, completely unable to move. And the drops keep coming, always landing in the exact same spot. As hours pass, the skin becomes raw, and each drop stings. They fall slowly, around 1 every few seconds. But the tap would shut off at random intervals, leaving the prisoner anxiously waiting for the next drop, slowly losing their minds.
This is such a weird torture method. This wouldn't be able to kill nobody, right? But this would just be able to make them lose their minds.
Random intervals,
Bro
leaving
said just block it. Like me, dogs in that. But Blue Rise, don't you see his neck side? Use hockey or something, bro. I don't know, bro. The CIA still uses this, by the way. Yeah, me, I'm taking that.
grenade pin was released as the team walked through a tripwire, but there was no time to run before it detonated. Instantly, one man threw himself onto the grenade, using his backpack as a shield, and a split second later, it detonated. The blast threw him into the air, the force ripping through his backpack and shredding his uniform. But the backpack had absorbed most of the deadly shrapnel. He was alive, and so was his team. He was later awarded one of the highest—
Yo, if I do that, bro, yo, my team better give me the craziest wop wop of all time. What? Could you survive a hole in your torso? No. Bro, what the f you mean? Could you survive a hole in your torso? No. What the f?
A cannonball would leave a massive hole in your
Goku?
chest, but your chest
You
is
said
full of
Goku?
important stuff, like your heart and lungs. But if the cannonball somehow missed all of that, could you actually survive? Well, doctors would have to stop the bleeding and make sure the inside stay cleaned. Then they would have to take skin from another spot of your body and use it to cover the edges. And once it heals,
Gang, use a f***ing hollow, bro. Is this really what want?
some muscles might actually adapt. Your body would be severely limited, but might still work with just
The Ukiora, bro.
a huge
This is a
gap
whole
right in the
wrong
middle.
card. That's low key aura. Yeah, that's no, man. Y'all doing those? They doing that for the aura, bro?
Laid on marble slabs and kept cool with trickling water. Visitors would come by to try to identify them, but people were so fascinated by the corpses that it soon turned into a tourist attraction. Every day, 40,000 visitors would come to stare at the dead bodies, and street vendors would sell food outside to people waiting. New victims
He's shaking his head for it like this. Yeah, you like that? You like what you see? Freaky ass, bro. Get that yam off your face.
outside to people waiting. New victims were even advertised in the newspaper, drawing crowds so big they stopped traffic. But eventually, the morgue closed its doors, leaving many people disappointed.
And now those same people, bro, descendants are watching Live Leak or just Twitter videos now. Like, the cycle does continue just in different ways, bro. This is low-key sick. If they had this low-key today, it's crazy because people would go. You would think that they wouldn't, but some random motherfucker with their hair down to their like chin that covers one side of their motherfucking face, bro, and has a motherfucking guitar gun would definitely do so.
Cut open a cockroach.
Why are all these disgusting, bro?
You'll get a tiny bit of cockroach milk. And that's because they produce this yellow goo to feed their babies, which then hardens into a crystal. Now, these crystals actually have more nutrients than cow's milk, but each roach only makes a tiny amount, smaller than a grain of sand, meaning you need to milk around 3,000.
I'm not milking shit, man. Milking cockroaches? Yeah, you gotta be a very, very, very type of psychopathic ass nigga, bro.
Of them just to fill one glass. You held your arms up for a long time. Your blood would struggle to flow, and your fingers would go numb within hours. After a few weeks, without enough blood reaching them, your muscles would waste away, and your bones would get brittle. The lubrication in your joints would dry out, making them permanently stiff. And over years, they would fuse together. Now, some religious followers have actually tried this, and once the damage was done, they couldn't put them down.
There's some real who go crazy about their religion, but when it involves physical harm, bro, I don't know if I can fade, bro. I just don't know if I can fade this way, gang. Gang's gonna be stuck forever doing motherfucking anime poses, bro.
Down again, leaving them stuck with their mummified arms up in the air.
Next one, bro, next one.
Swoop down towards the flames, snatching up burning sticks in their talons. With the embers still smoldering, they fly hundreds of feet away, dropping the sticks onto dry grass and brush. In seconds, a new fire starts. This sends insects and small animals running for their lives. Then the birds circle the burning grass, picking off animals that try to escape. And once the flames die down, they do it all over again, igniting fires.
Yo, like in this Cali fires that just happened, could you imagine how bad it was for animals, bro? They was probably cooked.
Their foot to check for a response if your baby stops breathing. If they don't move, open their mouth and check if anything is blocking the airway. Next, place 2 fingers in the center of their chest and push down about 1.5 inches at a steady rhythm 30 times. Then tilt their head back slightly and give 2 gentle breaths, just enough to make their chest rise. Keep going with 30 compressions. 2 breaths until the baby starts breathing or help arrives.
It's actually like good news, but it's not gonna follow this though, bro. You gonna find an overly masculine who could save his brother's life if he just does CPR, but he's like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Bro, I ain't doing that.
When a nuclear bomb is dropped, a piece of uranium sits at its core, slowly releasing particles. But when it gets close to the ground, sensors trigger an explosion around it. And this forces the particles to collide with the atoms inside, about 10 septillion of them. Now, atoms are held together by massive amounts of energy, and as the particles split them apart, that energy is released 10 septillion times. This causes a massive explosion above the ground.
I would low-key tank that, I'm not gonna lie to you.
To make sure it reaches as far as possible, and everything below it is instantly vaporized.
I like me taking that. I'm not gonna catch you, bro. That ain't nothing, to be honest.
Cat into the canister and shot it through a tube toward the vet. But when it arrived, it ran away, traumatized. You see, these tubes worked by using giant fans to push the canister along at high speed. Some networks would send mail, while McDonald's actually used them to deliver burgers. And one engineer even built a system to carry people, but the air rushed into the compartments, which weren't properly sealed. This could destroy the contents and terrify passengers, and they were eventually discontinued.
Would y'all use this, low-key? This joint probably like slaughtered at least like 100 people. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That's ZacK TV right there. ZacK TV right there. If y'all watching this on the main channel, Twist with Raw in the description. I think the craziest one, to be honest, is the one where they peed on the motherfucking frog, bro. When you didn't pee on the frog, but you used the pee the motherfucking guy injected to the frog. That is low-key weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key strange, but it's interesting though. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, IBBG. Alright.
Put this bitch back like I'm double heaven. Hold up, triple deuces. Put that bitch up, we got all the juices.